slow. Although Kristen loves being a part of this world, she's having a hard time finding love. Or it's running away from her. We're not sure.
Oh yeah.
The inner me so he makes no mistake of what I am, as if the hair wasn't already enough of a hint. So I have a little bit of wound modeling wax that I'm going to use to create my scales while my rabbit freaks out in the background. Watch out, mermaids eat rabbits. I'm going to scoop out just enough of this to kind of build a thin layer on each cheek. I'm going to try and work this into a little oval shaped piece here. So we're gonna make this pretty thin. During this process, I'm gonna take my favorite NYX makeup remover. I'm gonna put it in a little pot. This will help us move the wax around a little bit, and getting a little bit on my finger and smoothing this out. I'm going to smooth out the edges the most when it's on my skin, so just trying to get the main majority, like the center part of this, pretty smooth. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna make scale patch number 2 right next to it so I can make sure that the shape and thickness of the wax is pretty much the same. Before applying the wax, I'm gonna put a headband on because wax in mermaid hair is not very pretty. Like, my hair will stick to this wax. Now I'm gonna take this little thing right here, and I'm going to lightly kind of get up the edges of this. This wax is pretty soft because it's hot today. Also gonna use a little bit of spirit gum right here, and I'm gonna put it on the area where I'm gonna be putting the wax. This is gonna help it stay in place. And I'm gonna dab this, make it nice and tacky. Okay, it's there. Now, after I lightly got this off of my palette, I am going to place this right where I want the scales. I'm going to take my palette knife and smooth the edges down very lightly. The idea is to smooth this down so it's pretty flush to my skin and you can't see where it stops or starts. I'm gonna try and see on the side of my face here and draw my first, or carve out my first scale. As you go with this, you're gonna need to correct anything that's sticking up. Now that that is finished, I'm going to go in with NYX's Jumbo Eye Pencil in Peacock. And I'm gonna scrape a little bit of this off, or the whole top of it, that's fine too. And I'm gonna put that on my palette, kind of smush it down into total cream. And I'm gonna take my NYX angled eyeliner brush and start painting this in. And this Jumbo Eye Pencil is good to use because there's a lot of wax in it and it's not water-based, so it's gonna go over this pretty well. With this fluffy NYX brush, and this is Bluejean by NYX, I'm going to take a little bit of that on there and just kind of dust this over the top. I'm gonna take this Roll On Shimmer, and I have taken the top off of it right here so I can get to what's inside. And I'm gonna take some of that with the same brush and lay that over top. I'm going in with a little bit of black bean jumbo eye pencil mixed in with the blue to make the definition of the scales a little bit darker. Now that I've got some scales on my face here and here, I'm gonna go in with my NYX concealer in Porcelain, and I'm going to put this all over my eyelids. I'm also gonna put this in my eyebrows, and if you have thicker, darker eyebrows and you wanna do some ombre brows like we're doing today, this is how you wanna do that. I'm going with my NYX Proof It. This is a waterproof eyeshadow base, so just in case we decide to go swimming, we're covered. I'm gonna put this all over my entire eyelid. I'm gonna take NYX's eyeshadow in Lace, and I'm going to apply this all over my eyelid and my eye just to set the eyeshadow base. Next, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I'm gonna do these first so I can carve them out without disturbing my awesome mermaid makeup below. And I'm gonna be using these two. This is Electric Shock and Turned Up by NYX. And we're gonna create an ombre fade. Starting off with this guy. This is my NYX eyebrow brush. It's got a little spoolie on the end, which is really awesome for blending all the colors together. Once you deposit most of the color over here, you're gonna take your brush and you're gonna press lightly towards the front of your eyebrow to create that ombre effect. Now moving on to Electric Shock for the other half of my eyebrow. Once I've deposited most of that Electric Shock over here, with what's left on my brush, I'm gonna marry these two together by lightly doing some little strokes here where they meet up. Taking my NYX concealer and my NYX concealer brush, I'm going to start carving out my brows. I can't talk while I do this. Now that the brows are mertastic, we're gonna go in with Bad Seed, and I'm gonna use this as a transition shade and kind of just place this all over my lid, all the way into the inner corner, and blend it out until it is a totally smooth transition for the next shades. I'm gonna use NYX's Hot Fuchsia. I'm going to work this into the crease, avoiding the corner over here and just working it into the crease out here all the way to about there. Then going back to my blending brush, I'm gonna blend this out. Now that we built up a little bit of transition there, I'm going back to Bad Seed, and I'm going to apply this on my lower lash line, stopping it about right there because we were gonna fill that in with another mermaidy, shimmery, pretty color. Going back to Hot Pink, and this little NYX Dome brush, I'm going to apply some of this on my lower lash line. Going in with Hot Orange and the NYX concealer brush, I am going to apply this all over my eyelid. And I'm gonna take a smaller brush and make sure this is blended up into the crease. And with this small NYX brush, I'm going to apply some of this orange right near my lash line. Very carefully, try not to poke my eye out. Now I'm gonna go in with NYX's white eyeshadow base and a tiny little brush, and I'm gonna apply some of this in the inner corner of my eyes here. This is gonna create a base for the yellow that I'm about to put here so that it shows up as vibrantly as I'd like. So I'm gonna go in with Hot Yellow and this little dome brush and apply that right over where the eyeshadow base was. And I'm gonna pull it in towards the orange so it blends out perfectly and seamlessly. I'm gonna scoop some of this out with a palette knife onto my palette and use that to define my upper and lower lash line. And I'm gonna stop it about right there. NYX's white eyeliner, I am going to line my inner rim. Taking NYX's baked eyeshadow in Cream, I'm going to highlight my brow bone. Using my already damp sponge, I'm going to apply my foundation as flawlessly as possible For a first date, your skin must be perfect. Using NYX's HD Studio finishing powder, I'm gonna dust this all over my face, or spill it all over my lap too. To finish off the eyes here, I'm gonna use my NYX Full Figured Waterproof Mascara, just in case we decide to go for a dip in the ocean. While that dries, I'm going to go and blend out some of this blue into the foundation so it's not just like a random scale spot on my face. And I'm gonna do that with Bluejeans again. I'm gonna blend this back into my hairline. I'm gonna take a little bit of this blue up in my hairline. Going in with NYX's Liquid Illuminator, I'm going to add a bit of highlight right here. I'm gonna take some of that illuminator and also put it down the center of my nose and continue it up here at my forehead. I'll put a little bit on my Cupid's bow and my chin. I'm gonna go in with NYX's Wicked Lashes in Tease. And I'm going to double stack these for a little more drama on a first date, like a mermaid should have. These are Corrupt by NYX and double stacked lashes for the win right here. NYX, I think you guys should add those two together and create a new lash, and you should call it the Mermaid Lash. Now onto lips to finish this look off. I'm gonna use NYX's Soft Matte Lip Cream in Caro, is that how you say that? It's nice to go with nude lipstick on a first date because you never know what's gonna happen. Now I'm gonna go in and line with beige, just to add a little bit of dimension to the lips and make them look a little more full. I decided to tie in my scales a little better and do some of this guy. This is what we put over the scales on my nose here. And I'm also gonna apply a little bit right here for this little shadow. To finish off your sexy first date mermaid look, you're gonna need some Redken Sea Salt Spray. And you're gonna need a teasing comb with hair in it, I guess. You're gonna tease up your hair. Hold your breath. Apply in style. This is gonna give you, ooh, it really is salty. Something break? All right, here's the finished first date look. I'm letting it all hang out there right now, except my tail, that is. And hopefully Ryan can handle all of this. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is my third and final challenge video for the NYX Face Awards, and I hope to see you guys in LA for the top 6, which will be at the Nokia Live Center. Super exciting. I need your guys' votes to get me there. I can't do it without you. This is one of the most important rounds, so please don't forget to vote. You can vote 3 times a day per email, and all of your shares and hashtags definitely help, and voting will be from July 24th through the 31st. So we'll see you guys next time. Hopefully that will be in LA.
Hey girl, let's get out the house and make some news. Put on your shoes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's do something wild and break some rules, 'cause we can't lose. Let's go city bound, you and me can paint the town, have the time of